Welcome to Rick Snider's Washington on YouTube, where you get the whole story. So please like, share, subscribe, comment, and hit the thanks button. Rest in peace, Washington Redskins General Manager Bobby Beathard. He passed away today. He'd had Alzheimer's for a few years, and I'm glad he's at peace. Bobby Beathard was a good man. I got to know him a little back in the 80s. And he was the architect of what you would call the Redskins' greatness. I mean, we talk about Gibbs, and certainly Gibbs was a large part of it too, but you had to have the players. Bobby Beathard in his career would end up winning 10 titles, 7 conference championships, 4 Super Bowls. He was a scout for Don Shula in Miami before he came to Washington in 1978, where he'd stay 11 seasons. And among the things he did was hire Joe Gibbs. I remember the funny story he would tell about that. Gibbs was a nobody. Jack Kent Cooke didn't know who Gibbs was. And Bobby Beathard said, "You got to trust me." They start 0-3. Gibbs is ready to Cook's ready to fire Gibbs. And Bobby says, no, you got to hang on. And he says, "Bobby, if we lose again this weekend, I'm firing both of you." Well, they lost. And they both hid from Cook that weekend. And then they lost again. And they're all thinking, we're gone. But then we know Gibbs turned it all around. And, they had a great tenure. And Charlie left after the second Super Bowl. He went back to San Diego. He was a West Coast kid, loved to surf, loved marathons, real health guy. And he wanted to go back out west. That's why he left more than anything. And he did well with the Chargers out there. His big thing was he was not an analytics guy at all. And he didn't like the first rounders as much as he liked looking later in the draft. But he found some great players. I mean, the 81 draft, he got Grimm, Dexter Manley, Charlie Brown. I mean, that draft was there. And Beathard found Jacoby. And Grimm didn't want Jacoby. And Beathard said, well, tough, we're going to play him. So, wish I had all day to talk about Bobby. I'm Rick Snider for Rick Snider's Washington. Thanks for coming. I'll see you soon.